Hello everyone. A few of you left comments asking to see the detail inside the electronic compartment. I was a bit hesitant at first about opening up the machine. Didn't want to void the warranty. But then I watched Jeff's video where he pointed out that the spindle cable was installed a bit too tightly from factory. And the official solution? You guessed it? Open up the back panel and adjust the cable tension. So, opportunity knocked. I need to check and adjust my cable tension too. Let's get started. Let me give you a full tour inside the electronic compartment now. Start from the left hand side, the power inlet. And next to it is the DC fan from a brand called XLH, which is a 3-wire DC fan. Next to it is all 3 aux ports. Okay, let's start from the left side. Here you can see it should be a power supply. Behind it, you can see there's a black plastic sheet. Here, I would say it is for insulation purpose. Based on the label here, you can see it supports international voltage starting from the 100 to 240, and the output is 24 volt, 12.5 amp. Hey, I just found something interesting. Next to the power supply, through this small square hole, I can see through the electronic compartment to the chamber of the CNC machine. Right now you're watching the blue or purple in color should be the back panel of the stepper motor, the closed loop stepper motor for the X-axis. The interesting one is I found a USB-C socket at the top on it. It should be using and planned for the future firmware upgrade of this encoded circuit board. I think it is what the difference between standard Z1 and Z1 Pro. And next to the power supply, shift to the right hand side, locate at the middle of the electronic compartment. I think it should be the Spindle Controller board. Let's see the chipset. And pan to the right side. This is the core motherboard. Let's have a closer look. Here it marked, labeled Z1 Motion Control V1.1 by Makera. Here is the main controller chips. And on top of it, you can see it's labeled Servo Riser V1.3 and the white mouse, purples in color. Based on my experience, purple color stepper driver should be 8825. It's just a guess. I think it is for the driving the spindle. Okay, it is time to adjust the spindle cable. Here. In order to fix this cable too tight issue, we must first remove this stepper motor cover. To remove this cover is very simple. Just remove two hex nuts. One is here. By using a 2.5 hex key, you can here to remove it. I would say the difficult part is about how to take it out without dropping somewhere. Use this one. Another one is from the left side here. Again, using hex key 2.5. See, when you unscrew these two hex nuts, you can pull up this cover and take it out. The cable here. There is a hook. You can just take it out. Once you take it out, you can see here the cable. I can pull this here. Let's check here. When I pull it here, once again, pull. Once you pull it out longer, you can just swap back to the hook. Then you can see this much longer in length now. You can see a lot of tolerance here. I would say you don't need to open the back panel to the electronic compartment. I just pull this up here. Once you unscrew it, you can take it out. Once I remove this C-axis stepper motor cover, I can show you the closer look now. Now you can see a closer look to the Z-axis closed-loop stepper driver. Let me show you the ball screw. Here's the ball screw for the Z-axis. On top of it, you can see the closed loop controller sit on top of the back of the stepper motors. And here, the end of the cable chain with a cable tie. Here, the thick one is the cable that we are discussing about whether it is too tight or not. I had it releasing the tension now. By using a 2.5, put it back together.
If you found this helpful or fun, like, comment, subscribe.